Hello you guys and welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to have you here. So in today's video, we are doing a part 2 to a very long ELOMIR MLM team call. So this team call is about an hour long. So that is why I separated it into 2 videos because I, one, talk a lot. I had a lot of commentary within the first 30 minutes that I was like, it's going to end up being like a 2-hour long, video if I don't separate it into 2. So if you didn't catch part 1, I would definitely recommend to go and watch that in advance. But if you did not feel like it, you could still watch this video all the way through and definitely understand what's going on. Before we start, I would also like to give a trigger warning for mental health. So if that is something that would trigger you, I would definitely recommend watching the next video. So I don't really feel like I need to give that much of a backstory, but essentially we are watching an ELOMIR team call where they're talking about what they like to call coffee chat. So their coffee chats team call is just a team call based on like what the company is to them, how they feel about it. And it talks a lot about mental health. It talks a lot about what their products can do for you, what their movement can do for you, how it's kind of like this cure-all for mental health and physical disabilities. So it's definitely an interesting call that I had a lot to say. Now, in this part, we are not only going to continue to hear from the couple that is speaking. They are very high up in the MLM. Based on what I know, they said, I believe that they have 16,000 people under them. So with that being said, in this video, we are also going to hear from 2 other people in their downline. So I will be blurring them when they say their names just for privacy reasons. With that being said, let's get into this part 2. And let me know what y'all think down below throughout the video because it's a lot.
And so I think it's easier to make a smarter decision. Here's Tiffany. I'm downtown, total 10 pounds. 16 inches lost.
And look at her. She's on coffee time. Guys, look, here's the thing about time.
I know this coffee time's a little different than normal. We're just spitfiring here today.
They're all different.
They're all different, right?
We actually hosted the second coffee people ever. And we were like, can you do the coffee time? It was like the second one ever before ELOMIR even launched. And we're like, well, we've never done anything like that before. What are we going to talk about? So
they're like, talk about what you want. I was like, are you sure about that?
Really good. But I mean, we were asked to come back, right? So no, think about the times. So, and then we'll open it up to, comments or questions or anything like that. But everybody has the same time in the day, right? And in this business, you have to decide how much time you're able to dedicate to yourself and to your business.
I will say that I thought the same exact thing when I was in my MLM because this same rhetoric was spewed about everyone has the same time in the day, that if you're willing to invest in yourself, you will invest your time, and that if one person can do it, everyone can do it. But not everyone has the same time in the day. And what I mean by that is, yes, technically everyone has the same 24 hours. When we wake up, we have 24 hours in a day. No matter where you are in the world, we're all going to get that full day. But not everyone has the same circumstances within their day to do what that other person may be able to do. We really have to recognize in society and in life that not everyone not only has the same circumstances, but has the same privileges. A lot of people are not born with the same privileges as other people. A lot of people don't have the same circumstances. Some people have to work 5 jobs just to make ends meet. Some people have, kids and they're single parents. Like, you just don't know people's circumstances and you don't know where people come from in life. So saying that everyone has the same 24 hours a day, especially as adults, is kind of wild. Some people are in full-time school. Some people are in full-time school, have a full-time job, and have a newborn. Or other people just have a full-time job. Maybe they're not in school. So clearly those people they have the same 24 hours, but they will not have the same time to invest in themselves and invest in the multi-level marketing company. They just won't. And I think that we have to realize that as a society, that not everyone has the same privilege or circumstances in the world.
How much time are you willing to invest in yourself and in your business each week? All these Zooms that we have going on, you don't have to be on every single one of them, right? But they're there for you to fit into your schedule, to see what you can learn from each one. So all of the leaders here in the company, there's the Power 30s. They're amazing. They're all on different things to teach you to grow your business.
Different times.
They're not just to get on here and just chat. They're actually teaching you how to build your business. So if you choose not to ever get on them, you're probably not going to grow your business efficiently as you could as if you were to get on them.
Well, they contradict everything they say. So on one end, you don't have to get on every single call. You're not made to get on every one of them. But on the other end, if you don't get on the calls, if you don't get on the Power 30 calls, you won't grow your business as effectively if you did. So which is it? Is it you have to hop on every call or you don't? Or are you going to tell everyone they don't have to, but when they don't, you shame them for not hopping on these calls. And I have watched so many Zoom calls. I have been on so many Zoom calls with my time in multi-level marketing companies. And in my opinion, Zoom calls are literally just used as a way to keep reps going. It is just used as a way to every week, every day, convince your reps to continue to go on in the MLM and to continue to motivate them. Because week after week, most reps will notice that they're not selling products, they're not recruiting people, the product isn't working, the business isn't working, but then they'll hop on this call and they'll get all this motivation from this story that someone told them. So it's literally just used as a way to keep reps going and to keep them motivated when they get down on themselves nearly every week. So as you can tell, in general, this Zoom call is also used as a way to motivate. It's used as a way to use this person's stories and the other people's stories that are about to talk. It's to use their stories to motivate other people to continue to do it. So as you can tell, also with this being said, this call is a bunch of word salad. Everything contradicts itself. And on top of that, if you are someone that was on this call or if you're someone in an MLM, just know that these are the calls that are used to just keep you in longer versus to actually teach you something tangible.
What's her name yesterday? What's her name yesterday was incredible.
Oh, Jennifer Hendrick.
Jennifer Hendrick.
If
you missed her Power 30 this week, I mean, it was something, because we learned some stuff on Facebook, you know, and, you know, Cindy did one this week. She got on there and she put it where you can go to work. And I know we're getting off on that subject, but I'm
talking about time, because look at Tiffany. She's on here with her earbuds in, taking a walk. I'm just trying to tell people, like, you don't have to watch the people on it. You know, put them in your earbuds while you're cooking or while you're giving your child a bath or while you're taking a walk or, you know, whatever you have going on, just plug in, because you can get one little nugget from that call that could explode or hit your heart at the right point, or maybe just trigger something in your brain to say it's an aha moment, right? That's why Ryan and I loved to do the self-help and the self-development and listen to motivational things during the day, because it uplifts you and it gets you excited and it gives you a purpose and a reason to get moving. And even if it was just to, you know, get excited that day, maybe you were down in the dumps, you know, but we also just want to come on here, we just wanted to share our love.
See, like she said, maybe the video will be something because you were down in the dumps and maybe you won't be anymore. So it's really just a way to motivate you to keep going and make more money for your upline. On top of that, one of the comments actually, because I'm looking at the chat while it's going, someone in the chat said, oh, it's 1 a.m. right now in Guam and I'm sitting on this call listening. And that's how you can tell that these people, these MLM reps will get no sleep. They will stay on and get on calls at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. They will stay up all night trying to make this MLM work, when most of them will notice that it's not going to work for them. And that's the sad reality, because you hear time and time again people say, you need to try harder, you didn't work hard enough. And then when you quit the MLM, you're told that on multiple levels. You're told you didn't work hard enough, that's why you weren't successful, etc. But then you look back and you're like, what do you mean? I spent all day on team calls and, you know, applying what they said. There's always going to be people who are on these team calls and they're working their hardest. At the end of the day, there'll be nothing to show for it. Because most people in MLMs lose money, make no money, or go into debt, based on what the FTC has said. So I'd be interested to see. I know ELOMIR just started, I believe in July. Back in July, they were only selling to reps, cough, cough, who's their real customer. They weren't even selling to customers yet. So I'm curious, when did they start selling to customers? Because after a year of starting, we'll finally get an income disclosure statement. I'd be very curious to see in a year's time what their income disclosure statement says, because I doubt it's going to be good, just like any other multi-level marketing company.
And that's what Kristen said. She's like, can you just share your love for people and why you want to help them? And it's truly helping people, guys. It's a movement. So we're going to open it up. So we don't want to take too much of your time, but we'll open it up if anybody has any comments or suggestions.
Yeah, you guys want to talk to us, please.
If you've had any wins.
Hey, just so you know, I got to tell you, I listened to your, last week. I was on there listening to you last week, and I can tell you, man, your heart is gold, my friend. Your heart is gold. I listened and you come across so powerful. And I actually came
across you on Facebook. I mean, on Instagram or TikTok. TikTok. I came across you on TikTok, and I knew that you were in the business or had tried the strips. And I just wanted to let you know that last week I recorded you giving your testimony, and I shared it with my whole entire team, our whole entire team, because if they weren't on it, they needed to be, and they needed to hear your message, and they needed to hear your passion and hear your heart. So thank you for sharing that last week. Do you have to?
Yeah, no. I'm just over here looking at B.
So if you can you unmute, Mark?
Okay, so here, they clearly want this person, I'm going to call them M. They clearly want M to share his story because they know it's going to impact people because of how hard of a story it is to listen to. So now we're going to hear M's story. Like I said, it's hard to listen to. If you can't see the video, but if you could, it's clear that this person is in some type of hospital currently, and it's sad to see that out of everyone on this call, they looked straight at M and they said, we want you to talk because we know what you're going to say, wink, wink, is going to convince people to keep going. It's sad because this person's story is sad to hear. Let's listen to this person's story and then we'll talk about it when they're done speaking. I don't know how long they speak for, but I'm going to try and get through their whole story before I pause it and talk about it.
I can certainly unmute, and thank you for the compliments. You guys have a really powerful bond going on, and I can tell even when someone was speaking over someone, you were speaking together. So that's really powerful, and it's really cool to see a couple that can work together as one. The hearts
We've
are
been
connected.
together for 27 years.
I don't care if you've been together for 27 minutes. The proof's in the pudding, and it just rocks. And I no disrespect by that. I'm a very sarcastic and funny person, but
You're good.
I can tell that you guys are connected, and just like a real quick recap. So my very, very special friend, Fritzy, God bless her, she came up here to see me at the hospital, and she drove from very, very far away, and we were strangers. And I'll keep this short. And Carrie Lee, shout out, just motivated her to do something out of her own comfortability. So she left me a gift of the strips, and I was so excited. I want everybody to be happy in life. Even when I'm not happy, I want everybody else to be happy to a fault. Mm-hmm. So she gives me this whole box of strips, and I gave half of them away. I'm like, try this. So point is, I had like 7 days worth, right? And I'm currently repairing from my 15th brain surgery. And the point is, after not taking the strips for a few days, my sleep decreased. So they had to do a CT scan. They had to do an MRI with contrast, and then they did an EEG, which is not an EMG. It's not an EKG, it's not an EMG, it's an EEG, where there's like 65 leads on my head studying my brain for like 40 minutes. And I've been IV'd so many times, and I've been opened up so many times that the pain doesn't hurt me, but the emotional trauma of it repeating itself is why I cry. So I'm crying. The point is, all the tests came back with nothing wrong with my brain, no further injury. So I get my first trifold. And I call my dad, who's 78. I'm like, Dad, if you don't bring anything to me to the hospital, please bring me the trifold. Before the testing, I couldn't connect my fingers like this. I couldn't do it. These two guys, they didn't want to be friends. They were like far apart. They hated when I'm like, come on, guys, get in there with one another. And they couldn't. And I'm really strong inside and outside. So I got back taking this magical strip for 2 days. And now I can connect my hand, and I can go like this, and I can go like this, and I can go like this. When before being off of it just for those few days, I couldn't. So that is, for me, I'm very hard-headed, I'm very Polish, and it takes a lot to get through my head, no pun intended, before I believe in something. What caught my attention first was the fact that we put people before the product. And I love that, because I feel like you were calling it a movement over and over again. Although there's money involved, this is an altruistic movement. It means an act of charity. I'm giving something to someone because I want them to try it and see the benefits that I feel in my heart. You know what I mean? And I feel in my mind, and I feel in my spirit. And I'm just like you guys. I can sell fire to the snowman 6 days a week, and he'll keep burning his hand, but I'll sell it to him. But I don't believe in it. And no disrespect, like you were saying, Ryan, I was part of the Advocare movement from the bottom to the top. But I really didn't believe in it. I believed in it as best as I could, but I also knew that my kitchen was on point, my diet was on point, and my weightlifting was on point. So all that aside, I believe in this so firmly because Van gave me her time on a 4-way conversation.
I have to pause there. So he's talking about, oh, this top rep gave me her time or their time for hours, which is not common. And they'll continue to talk about it, this person. And the thing that makes me sad about this is just that this person doesn't recognize top reps. Yeah, they're going to hop on a phone call with you because you make them money. These reps will give you the time because they want to recruit you. They want to recruit people. They want their recruits to recruit people. They want their recruits to sell products because all of that goes back up to them. All of that makes them money. And they want people in their downline because they know that the way to make the most money or attempt to make the most money is by recruiting the most people. So they know that growing a downline in the MLM is the most crucial part of being in an MLM. So yeah, they're going to give you the time of day. They're going to get on a call with you. They're going to answer all your questions. They're going to give you all of their undivided attention because they can attempt to make substantial income with you on their team, but without their downline, without the people under them, they're not going to be able to attempt to make substantial income just by selling a product. In MLMs, if you could just sell products and make $1 million, people would just sell the product. The problem is it's not how people are making their money. So that's why a person will give this individual M the time of day, is because they want them in their downline. So it's just sad to see him say this because you could tell that this person needs community and has needed community, and having this upline, this top executive, as they stated, speak with him, meant a lot to him. But in reality, they spoke with him because they needed him on their team and they needed a downline and they needed someone to continue to fill their bottom line so that they could make money. And it sucks because people in MLMs aren't going to realize it, especially your bottom line people or even middle line people may not recognize what's happening, and they may not recognize that, oh, this person only put their time into you because they want to make money off of you. Instead, they look at it as, oh my God, this person cares about me and they want to help me and they put so much time into me that I owe something to them. But you don't owe anything to them because you're the one making them their paycheck.
How often does I could never get time with another top exec or whoever it is. And I'm not bashing, I'm just giving my experience. And when I spoke to Van and Van spoke to me, our eyes were connected and our hearts were connected. I have PTSD and the whole nine, and I have a background that would take a whole nother hour. My point is that real recognizes real. A manipulator can't manipulate another manipulator, and a bull can't bullshit and bull. You know what I mean? Point is that when I had questions, I got honest answers. When I had educated questions, I got educated answers from the top. And that is just nothing but respect, because typically I'll have a question, and if I get a poor answer, I'm judging. I'm a human being. I'll be the first to admit it. I don't have a filter, but it's for a good reason. Every human being judges every other human being. It's what I do with those judgments afterward. But I want to know who I'm surrounding myself with so I can stay protected. So I will judge someone from the outside, and then I give them 5 minutes, and I know that I want them to surround myself with them because I feel safe. I feel safe around you guys. I feel like the money's great. Everybody wants dollars and cents in the bank account because it makes us feel secure. And then I get more ambitious. But I get that power from these coffee talks. I don't need to get it from your bank account. And that's even more important to me. And I'm just proof for everybody else out there that you can share this with everybody you want because it's the truth. I don't want you to share any lies, so I won't tell any, but share my truth. My truth is that my very special friend came to visit me when she didn't have to. And she shared something with me that she didn't have to.
I have to stop it there. So when he said that, oh, my very special friend came to visit me and they shared something they didn't have to, he's talking about the fact that literally an MLM rep drove to the hospital that he's at right now and gave him ELOMIR strips to test out or to try, or maybe she sold them to him. And it sucks because you could just see how vulnerable this individual probably was. And to watch someone go literally and try and recruit someone that's in the dang hospital, in the literal hospital, getting surgeries, being admitted, and then you're going to go there and you're going to sell them this product or give them this magical little strip that's supposed to be a cure-all end-all for them. Sad to see someone do that because this company and these reps go after the most vulnerable because they know that those groups of people need support and they need something to look forward to and they need hope, and they're giving that to those people. And it's a false reality of hope.
And I took it and it worked. And then I stopped taking it, and the doctors didn't know why I couldn't connect my hand. So when my dad dropped off the trifold, the doctors and the nurses had to look at it first before I ingested it. And they researched NAC and they saw how real it was. And they were like, this looks really rad. Try it. That's what my nurse Santina said. So I took it for 2 days, and then my hand connects. and I can make it disconnect, and I can make it reconnect. And I couldn't do that before. And I was so frustrated because I heal so rapidly. But the point is, they did the brain scan and couldn't figure it out. And then I got back on this magical little strip. And now I feel strong again. You know what I mean? This isn't a stress
That's
ball.
awesome.
This is a ball to keep working the neuropathy out of my hand. And I just want to tell everybody I'm so grateful. And I've been off social media this past week, not because I didn't want to be on, but because sometimes I get a little excited and I need to, like you say, Ryan, I need to be humbled. And humble pie tastes very sour, but it digests amazing. Once I digest it, it's amazing because I'm like, oh, now I know what you mean. Not everybody needs to see my journey because 90% of it was for self-validation and 10% of it was for help, which it did help people. But now I can walk quietly and slowly because it's getting a lot better with. Thanks a lot, guys.
So this M person story is over, and then it's going to go back to the people who are hosting the call. And they said that they stopped taking the strip and their hands could no longer like disconnect or connect. And then they got back on the miracle strip and they felt strong again. And I'm happy that this person is having progress with whatever they're going through. But you can't in MLMs make these sort of unsubstantiated claims about MLM products. M person probably doesn't even know this. They probably don't even know they can't make these kind of claims because this whole call from these top reps have been claim after claim after claim after claim. The FTC actually state, with regard to the supplement industry, which reported an estimated $25 billion in sales in 2009, a 6% increase over the previous year, market analysts suggest that the downturn in the economy has led to increased spending on these products as consumers attempted to manage their own health care and avoid expensive doctor visits and prescription medications. All too often, the health claims made for these products are false or unproven. Over the last decade, the FTC has filled 120 cases challenging health claims made for supplements. Meanwhile, in recent years, there has been a trend in food advertising toward making unproven claims that eating certain foods can improve health and can reduce the risk of serious illness, such as prostate cancer and heart disease. So it's important that reps learn that they can't say these kinds of things. They can't make unsubstantiated claims. The only thing you're allowed to do, just in case you don't know this, the only thing you can do about a product, say you're in an MLM, the only thing you can do is repeat what the company's product has already proven to do. So say it improves gut health. You could just say that phrase. That's the only thing you can say. You can't say it's reframed my gut health. I no longer have inflammation. You wouldn't know that unless you got like an endoscopy or something. So you can't go like above and, oh, this helped my mental health. I no longer have PTSD or etc. You can't do that. And you can't use those type of health claims to get people to buy your product and believe in it. This company alone and these reps can get in a lot of trouble. I've seen the FTC go after high reps in MLMs, like very top reps. I haven't seen them go after anyone really at the bottom of the company or whatever, but I have seen them go after like reps at the tippy top for making claims like this. So it's really important to know you can't make unsubstantiated claims. You can't say this product, this yellow strip has cured my depression. It has cured my disease. You can't say that because there's nothing backing that up. There's no studies backing up that information. So it's extremely important to know that you can't make unsubstantiated health claims.
Thank you so much. And
You're right.
you guys, this is a gentleman. Last week, he was telling you he couldn't put his fingers together. This week, here he is. And like he said, when you see the heart of somebody, that is really the big picture of it. You know when a BSer is a BSer and you know when they're not. And like this company, there's no BS in here. And we are a movement here, you guys. We are one of the biggest movements in this because this is an industry. This is a whole market that is left behind. Mm-hmm. It's a left behind is, oh, you deal with your family, can deal with your issues. We can help people. And we truly are helping people. We're helping people change. We're helping people feel good. We're helping people get through the day.
Helping kids, helping people get through the day. From a yellow strip that contains turmeric, vitamin B1, and NAC with no studies being shown to prove that this product has been proven to work for these types of things. And I'd be interested, he said, we're helping kids. So are they giving these products to kids? Are they selling them to kids? Are parents giving these products to literal children without studies or knowing if it's going to harm them or help them? Like, I'm confused by what he meant by that.
We're helping kids. our daughter just, I want to speed this up really quick. So if anyone else has anything, please come on, jump on with us, please talk with us. Our daughter, our 11-year-old went to her first dance yesterday, and in 6th grade, she went in like a boss. I am telling you, she went in like a boss. And I asked her, we were like, do you want us to walk you up to the door? She goes, no, I got it. Her and her little friend jumped out of the vehicle and they went into the inside and they went in and they just dominated the dance. And I asked her how it was when she got out of the car. She goes, I'm ready to be picked up now. So Bridget and I, we grabbed to have dinner last night. Her and I did. And it was great. We were sending messages to people while we're actually having dinner. Nikki, we're trying to have dinner with her. She was home alone this weekend because her husband's working. She didn't answer. We're like, Nicola, let's have dinner with us. We're at a restaurant. We know you're home alone. So, so we are like, so Bridget and I were just sitting there and, we were just sitting there and just talking, and we were like talking about how incredible this journey has been. And it has been one of the funnest things we have ever done. It truly is the funnest business we've ever done. We're willing to keep fighting the fight because we are pioneers and we're visionaries, and we see where this company is going and we see what it's doing and we see what the help it is. And so with that, Lee, I know Lee, you want to jump on real quick? You had something to say?
I'm always going to cry. I'm always going to cry.
You can cry.
So impactful. This is so impactful, not just for us, but for everyone. I'm going to tell you a real quick story. I had knee surgery on the 6th. The doctor's going to sign off on me driving on the 29th. It normally takes 6 weeks. I'm already disabled from a horrible car accident. But the physical therapists are just like, what the hell? Of course, they got a strip. They're like, what the hell are you doing? I can't even believe you're not walking with a walker. I'm like, oh, I went to the mailbox today. Oh, I went to the car. I watered my plants. I picked tomatoes for my salad. I'm like, no, I am not going to be disabled. I am not going to let this define me. And I had knee surgery so I could get better. And the NAC and the curcumin takes your inflammation down now. And they just look at me and they're like, we have never seen anybody recover like this. So I originally told people about pain. I didn't use that word, but I don't talk about that anymore because then people think, oh, it's just for pain. But you have to talk to them about what the ingredients do. You can't just send them the little pictures. You literally have to talk to them because they don't understand holistic and natural medicine.
Right.
And what if I got off 13 medications. I got off 3 opioids. I was on opioids for 2 days. 2 days for my knee. My back, I was on, you don't even want to know. I fell daily. I had bruises. I was like a drug addict. And I got off of them because I couldn't live that way anymore. And I told the doctor when he did my surgery, we're not doing opiates. Well, I had to do them for 2 days because it was pretty bad. But I said, they were like, how can you be on Tylenol? I'm like, here's a strip. Anyway, that's me.
So this person, Jay, this person's story about getting knee surgery, being disabled from a car accident, and then giving strips to like her physical therapist and her doctor, and that she no longer has to be on 13 medications just because of this strip. So we can see that this company and this team, in my opinion, have really promoted giving unsubstantiated health claims, because we can see that with M's story, with Jay's story, they're using stories of literal medical injuries and stating that this magical strip is the thing that cured them. Now they don't have to be on all these medications, etc. These are the type of calls that are going to get people into MLMs that have health, problems or are struggling with mental health, and it's going to get them roped into the MLM because of that. And then the fact that when this person, Jay, started the call, she was saying that, she was emotional, she was crying. It just shows how emotionally manipulative calls like this could be, and teams like this could be, and MLMs like this could be, that go off of these type of health claims. It's extremely sad, and I could tell a lot of people are going to join this MLM because of claims like this that are going to be made. And it's going to suck because a lot of people are going to lose money and stop listening to doctors, stop taking medications that they need to be taking because they think that this, strip is the end all be all to cure them.
I love it. I mean, honestly, look at it. And you said, when people say you don't want to think it as pain, but everybody has pain. Everybody has pain somewhere. If it's in your heart, if it's in your mind, if it's in your body, everybody has pain.
It's in your bank account.
It's in your bank account. You don't have enough bank account. And, and that's the thing is, you guys, we are excited about this movement. We're excited. Every day we wake up and we're more excited. And today, here's what you got to look at. We're in the 16th of the month. And if you're looking 17th? Is it 16th?
17th.
17th?
The 17th.
So we have 13 days left of the month. And this is the question you have to ask yourself today. If you're not where you want to be, today's a new day. Tomorrow's a new day. The next day is a new day. And if you're blessed to be in the earth on these days, go make them count. You know, if you have a downline, I had a guy tell me the other day, and he's like, well, he said, literally said to me, he's like, you know, I don't know what to do. We don't have enough people or whatever it was. And he said, we've already got the low hanging fruit from the tree on month 1 when we recruited these people. And I said, that's weird to me, because I do know on month 2, when we started with the team ELOMIR, we had over 200 people on our team to start month 2. So we didn't have just nobody. We had a team of 200.
You didn't start at 0 every month, right?
And we all start at 0. The numbers start at 0, but you have a team backing you up. If it's 2 people, if it's 1 person, or 1,500, remember, those are the people you start with. You'll find the people that will run with this business. You're going to find the walkers and the sitters there. Just love on them. You don't know when that person is ready to raise their head above water and say, I'm ready to do ELOMIR. Something in my life that afternoon, my mom called and told me that Uncle Bob was getting ready to commit suicide or something. You don't know. That movement could be that point right there, that sitter.
I'm in utter shock. I'm speechless. Like, I literally don't know what to say after hearing that. Saying that, oh, you're going to find your runners, walkers, and sitters. Those sitters, you know, one day their mom may say that their uncle's trying to commit the S word, and then maybe they'll be ready to start the company. What does that have to do? What does mental health have to do with your yellow strip supplement? This is the most unhinged Zoom call I think I've ever watched. Let me know y'all's thoughts on that.
You know, you don't know when that person's ready to go. So you love everybody where they're at. Don't just crap on them because you don't think they're doing anything. That's okay. They trusted you to join Team ELOMIR.
But if you're not reaching down to your people to talk to them and to say, hey, how's it going? Is there anything I can do? Every single day, our team knows that we are available for them. Every single day, we have a team chat. Not everybody participates. A lot of people mute it because they're like, oh, it's just chatter. It's not chatter, guys. It's love and caring and hope. That it's victory. And it's victory. Yeah. We every day are like, hey, do you need to do a call? Do you need to put us in a message chat? Do you want to do a Zoom? What can we do to help you? And those people will lift their hands up and lift and say, I'm ready. I'm ready. But if you don't communicate with them and they don't know that you're there, then they're going to fall off because they don't feel they're supported, even though they have all the calls and they can, you know, all the Zooms, but we're not the team to say, oh, go find it there. Oh, go find it there. We will actually say, like, here's what it is. And this is where it's located. And we are seriously there to help because we truly do love our team. When we say we love our team, this is our friends and family. So our team grew based off my high school friends that I went to high school with or middle school with, or that I grew up with, or that our kids were together, and his family and his friends. And the town that we were from, guys, is 8,000 people. He's from a town of 1,200. The sister town is 930. It's not like it's Dallas or Nashville or Vegas. We truly started the ball rolling for our ELOMIR team with friends and family. That's how our team grew. It's not like social media where these are all strangers. So we truly take them under our wing and we want them to win.
Hell, let's be real. We love cross-line friends. We love everybody.
Billy will contest. We did a recruiting call for Billy. We've done message chats for Billy. Billy's teams reached out to us, asking us questions if Billy's not available for whatever reason, and we are there for him.
We will help anybody on Team ELOMIR because we are Team ELOMIR.
Yep.
And somebody the other day told me, they go, you need to brand yourself. I go, no, I'm branding Team ELOMIR. Because I know if we win, we have our own brand.
We're husband and wife.
Yeah, but overall, in general, we are Team ELOMIR. We're not Team Ryan and Bridget. We're Team ELOMIR. And when we came here, it was to be a part of a team and a movement. It was moving mountains. And realistically, you guys, it's moving. Things are happening and things are going on right now. That ball is starting to roll, you guys, and it's moving quicker and it's moving quicker and it's moving quicker. And you just have to be patient. If it's worth fighting for, fight for it. Mm-hmm. If it's worth dealing with all the crap in the world, deal with it. Just know if it was easy, every single person would do it and the highway would be full of easiers. We're not looking for those people. You know,
I don't know if that's a word.
I don't know if it's a word, but we don't want to travel that road. We are looking for the road that we are unique. We are looking to people that want to help be a part of the movement. And if you can comprehend what we're doing here and share this with your team, like if I were you today on Saturday, I would pick up this phone today and make your day count. Contact some people in your team. Contact people you've never, like, you were scared to contact. Pick them up. Tell them, share them with what we're doing here at Team ELOMIR. If somebody doesn't want to try your product, that's okay. Love them where they're at. Eventually, they'll try your product. Eventually, if you believe in it enough and you're sharing it enough, they're going to see it. They're going to trust you. They're going to be like, you know what? It wasn't a weekend fluke. It wasn't a 1 month fluke for them. They really are trying the product. Bridget and I get pissed. We'll be honest with you. We're mad at our friends and family that don't want to try our product because we're in the fitness world. And we're like, you took restaurant over here with a 3-star review. You took his opinion, but you're not taking my opinion. I eat, and you just have to love them where they're at, man.
Okay, so that is it. I'm ending the call there. for reacting to the call. The rest isn't really important. I feel like that was the most important. The ending is kind of, they go off on like another insurance tangent. It's not really important. But here they state, we're in the fitness industry. But then in part one, they were talking about, we're not in the fitness industry. That's a $58 billion industry. And why would you ever want to compete with all of those products? I would never want to do that. But now they're in the fitness industry. So that's why I feel like this call is complete word salad. It's like 1 minute they say one thing and then the next minute they say something completely different. And no one on the team is recognizing that because of the way that these two people are just like going about the call. It's just so weird to me because most of this call contradicts itself. On top of that, they said that they're mad at their friends and family who don't want to try their product because they'll take advice from someone down the street with a 3-star restaurant and not them. So on the topic of getting mad at your friends and family that don't want to buy your products, it's common that MLM reps do this, especially top reps will convince you that you need to sell to your friends and family, and those need to be like the first people you reach out to. And if those people don't buy your product, they don't support you, they don't love you. That's just how it is. MLM reps really depend so much on their families, and when their families don't buy the products, they get mad at them. And this is how relationships and MLMs are lost. If you've ever seen my MLM horror story series, you will know that. I've had many MLM horror stories where people said, this is my story with my sister or my mom or my sibling or my best friend, and I no longer have that person in my life just because I didn't buy their product. And that's exactly how MLMs tend to isolate people. They'll take someone at a very vulnerable time. They will convince them they need to sell to everyone, their mom, dad, family. They will convince people that their family doesn't care about them if they don't actually buy their product. And then they will kick those people out of their life, and then they will be isolated to just the company and the people within the company. And that's how relationships are lost and people become very manipulated in multi-level marketing companies. So that is the end of the team call. I kind of wanted to go over some comments that were in the chat during the chat. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, around 8 comments that I seen in the chat that I kind of wanted to read, just so you guys could kind of see what these reps were talking about and what they were saying in response to these top leaders and how these top leaders really have a pull on these reps. Like they really influence the reps, if you understand what I mean. So the first comment says, I told my husband we're helping people across America. My own daughter lost her kids this year to mental health. As you can see, this person wants to talk about their daughter losing her kids to mental health and the fact that they can help people with that with their product. Another comment says, I love that Van, I think Van is one of the CEOs. I love that Van connects with her team from the beginning before I even got brand partner under me or a customer. She has sent me personal voice memos. I love watching her lives. So here they're really just putting these leaders on a pedestal and showing how much they're persuaded by what they do. Like, oh my God, she sends me voice memos. She cares about me so much. I bet a lot of the voice memos, she sends the same ones to everybody else. It's very common that those top reps do that. Another comment says, thank y'all for this today. I'm going home from the rehab facility, so this helps. Another example of them going after a very vulnerable group of people. This individual is literally at a rehab facility on her way home and is listening to this call. I wonder what people said to get her roped in, and if they used the fact that she was in rehab or going to rehab as a way to get her involved with the company and the product. Next comment says, our marriage is epic. We had a great relationship, but this strip took it to another level. I don't know what that means, but I'm just going to put that there and y'all could let me know what y'all think that means. The next one says, people are broke. Talk about the opportunity. Again, going after people who have no money. People don't have money. MLMs are definitely not the way to go. Another comment says, I love that I can say no to sugar. I craved sugar and now no cravings at all. And when I do eat something, it's not good. So now this product not only cures mental health, cures physical disabilities, but now it curves your cravings too. Didn't know. The next one says, y'all are making me cry. That just kind of goes over what I talked about with like emotional manipulation, that conversations about the S word, about mental health, physical disabilities, death, etc., and relating it back to this company and this yellow strip is really going to persuade people emotionally, and people are going to get attached emotionally because of that. You could see that that's probably going to make this person recruit more people, sell more products, and talk about the opportunity more because of a call like this. And then lastly, a comment says, I started the strip at the convention. My anxiety was at a point that I was on the way to the ER. My friend gave me a strip within a half an hour. I literally felt it calming me. That's why I wanted others to get this. talking about anxiety, and apparently this strip helped her anxiety, calmed it down. So maybe she was having, anxiety, panic attack, whatever, and she was able to come down within a half an hour of taking this strip. Again, where are the studies? Where does it show that this is a thing that's happening? Is it all just a placebo? I don't know. I just see a lot of people making the most health claims I think I've ever seen a company make before. So with all of that being said, let me know what y'all thought about today's video, what y'all thought about part 1 and part 2. I definitely think this is one of the most unhinged MLM Zoom calls that I've ever watched. It's one of the Zoom calls I've watched that has the highest amount of health claims and just claims in general, especially when it comes to mental health. And it was really sad to watch that and sad to see what these top reps are doing in order to get people to get in their MLM and continue in their MLM. So again, I'd love to do probably a deep dive on this company. I would love to look more into the ingredients. I'd love to look more into seeing if they have studies or they have third-party studies. That's really what I'd be interested in, is not their own personal studies, but having third-party studies done with these products. I would love to see if the FTC is going to give them any warning letters about their health claims. I'm going to be reporting this Zoom call to the FTC also, because these type of claims are not okay, and the FTC needs to see that this company is doing this. So with all of that being said, don't forget to leave a like and a comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. So with all of that being said, I will see you guys in my next video.